Hi. Hi, everybody. I was sitting here all calm, listening to a wonderful video with a Effie and Lynn, um, Susan Lynn. And I was all calm. Then I looked at my notifications. I saw something about immunity. I must admit, I got a little upset. I have a very strong faith. So I thought, well, if I'm upset, somebody else might be upset. Need to calm down. I do know that things happen for a reason. Oh, I have a bunny in here today. I will show you the bunny if she stops long enough for me to tilt the camera down. Oh, I get a full picture here. Oh, okay, I got the chat. All right. I will be doing a community reading today, but first I just want to talk with you. So, it looks like Trump has a lot of immunity. Looks like he got everything he wanted and more. This means that Biden also has a lot of presidential immunity. Um, Gosh, I guess Biden could overthrow the election if it doesn't go his way. I guess he could throw the election. Um, yeah, things are surprising. We were told by a lot of different psychics that things would be crazy this month, and they are starting out with a bang, not a whimper. There were three dissenting votes in the immunity decision. I guess from what I understood, um, things basically are going to be thrown back to the lower courts to decide on these crazy important decisions. That's what I got from it. But I just looked at a little of it, and then I looked for some psychics online, and I didn't see any at all. Um, so I thought, well, I'll come live and see if anyone else is seeing how people are feeling. You know, I had been writing and reading my affirmation cards. We create our own reality. I am my miracle. You are a miracle. You are your own miracle. I do believe in things happening for a reason and turning out well as God plans. There is a big picture. Um, Gosh, I'm just seeing thousands of people outside the courts going against this decision. And then I'm wondering who is following the news? Who is upset by it? Who understands it? I know that this decision was put off so that it was political. It was put off so we wouldn't have the January 6th um, case coming forward before the election. We all knew that. So it doesn't change that, but it really gives the president a lot of immunity. I think I even said you could go against your political rivals. I mean, this is insanity. If that is what I heard, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought that was what I heard. Oh, the bunny comes up and nudges my feet. She's so happy because I let her out. She's been trapped in sort of a small confined space because when we let her out, she digs into the grass. Um, Anyway, it's just her nature. But I decided to keep her downstairs while the family was gone, and it looks like she's very well behaved. When she wants to go to the bathroom, she goes out into my mudroom and does her business in the hay. I mean, she just like perfect manners, this little buddy. So she's running around, and hopefully she won't hurt anything in my house. I do notice she's sort of interested in cords. Anyway, cords, yes. Whew. Oh my goodness, I want to get into the state I was in before I heard this news. I wish I were in Washington, D.C. and could be marching. I am reveling in the gifts each new moment of life brings. I am grateful for joy, precious joy. Well, I'm grateful to have an outlet and be able to speak with people. I've just been making up this list. It's a list I sort of make over and over because it's so helpful. I call it the keys to happiness. 5 words jump out to me the most. Studying the tarot, just studying for all these months, years. I mean, I've been reading the tarot. Well, I've been reading regular playing cards since I was a child, probably 6. Um, I just saw things and I would say them. And then I start the tarot, and then different husbands that I had didn't really care for it. It wasn't that they thought it was wrong, they were just so disinterested and thought it was stupid. So every time I got divorced, which was a few times, I went back to the tarot. But well, it's been 7 years since I've had a relationship. And I really got into the tarot so much more deeply than before. And what sticks out to me is that, yeah, life has its ups and downs. It has its problems, its joys, its sorrows. A lot of opposites happen. You hear some people say, well, we have to be sad so that we can be happy. Otherwise, we wouldn't know the difference, you know? So, anyway, oh my gosh, I feel like putting on Lucky Charms. This is my harmony. Well, they used to have harmony necklaces that made loud sounds, but this one doesn't make much of a sound, but I like it anyway, especially for Christmas. Anyway, so the keys to happiness, instead of reacting, it's always best to sit back a minute and respond instead of react. That's what I've found is important in life. And the word for this is love. Respond with love. Everything. Respond with a feeling of love. You are loved. You can feel it from the universe. If you're silent and listen, you can feel it from the universe anyway. I feel my dad hugging me. Um, if you don't feel it, give yourself a hug. If you don't feel your loved ones hugging you, because they are trying to. They are trying to do that. So, love is a key word. Comes up over and over again, not only in the tarot cards, but in the Bible and many, many good books. Forgiveness. Forgive yourself for judging others. Forgive others, but forgive yourself really first for judging them, because otherwise you wouldn't have anything to forgive. And I work with this. There was someone in my life that I forgave as I grew up. I understood that this person didn't mean any harm. They loved me, but they didn't quite understand how to love. And so there was a lot of manipulation involved. And so even though, I mean, I was close to this person as a child, very close, but I was so close and understanding of this person that I did forgive. Um, in fact, I didn't have a lot of judgment. But after the person died, I found that I found myself getting angry about things that had happened. Maybe things weren't resolved because maybe it was me. Maybe I didn't want to resolve anything. I kept saying, well, she's too old. I don't want to upset her. But I really hurt myself by trying not to upset her. Yeah, I really did myself a disservice. Hey, maybe it's why I got cancer. I don't know, but I know I suppressed a lot of emotions so that I could really not rock the boat. Everything had to be peaceful. I'm a Libra. Everything had to be very peaceful in my life. So, anyway, the cards, yeah, so good. And now I'm having to work on it because I didn't really resolve it. Now I'm having to work on it. To the third key word, go. Letting go of not negative thoughts. I have to forgive myself. I have to throw away negative thoughts. And the fourth word, acceptance. I must accept myself, and in accepting myself, I can accept others. And that it's very hard. Forgiving oneself, it can be very hard because hey, I want to be perfect, but I'm not. So anyway, the next one is belief. Believing. Believing in yourself, having trust, having faith that everything is as it should be, and believing in the afterlife. Oh, the bunny's running. Oh, well, I hope she runs and stops by my feet. She was nudging my feet a little while ago. It was so cute. I don't know if she was just giving me love or if she wanted me to get up. I was sitting and listening to Susan Lynn. Anyway, oh, if you haven't watched their show, it was 2 weeks ago that they had this show, and it is just so great. They were answering people's questions, and I just felt like they were answering my questions continually. It's such a great show. A happy, a Effie, and Susan Lynn. Yeah, see that show. Anyway, so when I throw away the negative thoughts, okay. Oh, in fact, this is what I pulled today. I'm feeling letting go of the past and negativity becoming easy and normal. I'm happy. This is true. I'm a little frustrated today because of the Supreme Court, and I know how unfair it is and how we really need to elect Biden and get rid of the Supreme Court. They need to be taken down. I mean, they need to be impeached for their behavior. I mean, look at Justice Thomas and all the money he took and didn't report. Anyway, not to mention Alito and his flags. I mean, he's for January 6th. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so I just put out a few other things. Yeah, compassion, not judging. Yeah, we need to have compassion, even for people on the Supreme Court, but that doesn't mean we should have them there. They don't need to be there. We can have compassion for them as human beings. They're imperfect, but the Supreme Court should be as impartial as possible. We all know this. Anyway, so we need to all manifest. I use this, manifest the good, manifest a really good Supreme Court, a fair Supreme Court, manifest it, manifest Biden winning, manifest things for your own personal life. I asked for a compassionate man, and one came to me not in person but on the phone. Hey, I'll take what I can get at this point. Yeah, I've had trouble meeting men who were not compassionate. Anyway, I don't want to think about that. Throw away the negative thought. Have fun, joy. Be sure when you make a list, be sure to put something happy and fun on your list of chores. And if you want to, you can even start with that one. You don't have to do the bad stuff first, like I always used to. No, you can intersperse joy with things you have to get done. Um, Perseverance. Yeah, persevere. Oh my goodness, I have had to really persevere trying to get my health care. As a lot of you know, I've been having troubles with my nose. Oh, this is so embarrassing. But I thought it was pimples. It's not pimples. Um, it's something else. And I've been struggling with it for about 2 years. Well, finally, I'm going to get a I got a referral to a dermatologist. I'm very happy about that because my mother and my brother, well, my brother has cancer now on his nose, and I am worried that it might be because when I was younger, I guess until about eighth grade, I used to sun myself. And then I heard about skin cancer and I stopped and started wearing a hat. But they say if you get into the sun and get one sunburn, it sets you up for cancer. Only one. All that it's all that's all it takes. And I sunned myself many times. We had a beautiful pool. I was so lucky. My father owned a sand plant, so we had a pool installed. Beautiful kidney shaped pool with a, a palm tree and a lot of beautiful plants around it. We had a barbecue out there and we had a ping pong table. I mean, it was really a pleasant place to spend in summer, but the patio was covered, so that was good. Anyway, we had many beautiful meals out there. Okay, so another word I was writing down was temperance, have a balance in our lives. I mean, how many people do you know who are workaholics and ignore their families? I mean, we have to have a balance. And if you're talking about liquor, you know, temperance. You can have a little, just don't have a lot. And if you're alcoholic, you probably can't have any because it makes you want more and more. So if you tend to want more and more, go to AA. That's what I say. Because that way, well, they have a beautiful way of handling it. You can have a much happier life. Um, yeah, I lived with alcoholism and it's disastrous. I'm not talking about in myself. I went to Al Anon, which was wonderful for the family and friends of alcoholics. Anyway, and the other word I wrote down was compassion. We need to have compassion for ourselves and others. It's connected to forgiveness for sure. So believe that things are going to happen as they should happen. Believe you are on your path because you are. Even if you have a detour now and then, that's all right. You're still headed in the right direction. So believe, accept yourself, let go, forgive others, and love. Try to respond with love. Even when you're angry, try to respond with love and compassion. So these are the thoughts that have been on my mind. See if anyone is here. I don't think anyone's here, but maybe I. Okay, all messages visible. Okay, well, I didn't advertise it at all. I've been really bad about advertising things or putting up notices beforehand because, frankly, I've been having such trouble with my nose that it looks unsightly and I feel like I can't go on many days. So I never know when that's going to happen. So let's see what the cards say for the group today. I've been shuffling them as we speak. So, oh, a big change. I would say that's a change today politically. It's happening, but a lot of people will find a big change in their life. Things will be torn down and then built back up. Something new will start. You'll have a good opportunity coming. So every time something is torn down, something has to be rebuilt in its place. Um, a lot of people are struggling with money right now. Well, money comes, money goes. It's not the most important thing. But if you need money and you don't have food, you can ask for help. Go to a food pantry. Ask ask for help. Ask for financial help any way you can. Look into benefits. See if there's something the government can help you with. Otherwise, you can talk to friends and see if you can get past this time in your life when things are so difficult. Um, yeah, there might be something happening that is making you feel like you have to stand your ground. Well, do stand your ground. Don't let people just push you over. There might be some boredom, lack of action. Something's happening where you're going to feel inspired, and don't stay like in the past where you felt bored and like you couldn't move. This isn't a pandemic anymore, even though there's still COVID out there. You can get out and you can work hard. Work hard, and what'll happen? You will reap the benefits of that work. There might be marriage for some of you. And if not marriage, it looks like you're going to be having a strong foundation. You're going to be building your own strong foundation for the future. Um, there might be some really heavy duty exhaustion going on. Let's see how you're going to get out of that. Ooh, there's a conflict that might leave you very defeated, but working toward your goal will pay off. If work on your some become an expert in some field. Become an expert so that you can use that to help me. Your wishes will come true. Okay. You'll feel stable. Again, hard work will be reward. Wow. A lot of hard work. Looks like we're in for a lot of hard work, but it's going to pay off. It will pay off. So don't lose hope and keep these words in mind for your happiness, love, forgiveness, letting go, acceptance, and belief. I must say, I've had some of these messages come through relatives, like believe, that came through from my cousin. She died now. let's see, it was 2021. And her belief was very, very strong. Mine has always been strong too, but I don't think she knew how strong mine was. I'm not sure. But when she ascended to heaven on God's lap, and I was privileged to be able to see it, she said, believe, believe. Um, Love. Well, I feel love from my father all the time. He died in 1999. He's here with me now. Forgiveness. Oh, my mother said letting go. And my mother is the one I'm trying so hard to forgive. I felt put down as a child, even though she was one of my biggest cheerleaders. She really wanted me to succeed. But sometime when a person wants you to succeed, they want you to do it only in their way. And that's why, well, that's part of the reason I've had trouble trying to forgive how critical she was of me and other things. She used me for some things that I don't want to put onto the net. Um, Letting go, acceptance, belief. Yeah, those were the only ones I got from others. I am very, very grateful to Sarah Bowman if she's watching or watches later. She showed me a video of her home just after I had put up a video of my home. I just did a little, panorama type thing of my home. And then she sent me one. We write occasionally. And she said, "Do you see anything?" And I wasn't sure what she was talking about. Well, she pointed out that there was a fairy in her home or some entity, some orb. And she said, "I saw something in your video. Have a look." And so I looked at my video, and right by the refrigerator, I could see two little twinkling, they look like fairies. I had seen these on Whimsy's channel, and I had seen them on um, Jane the Seeker's channel. And I never thought I would see them in my home. Now, I didn't notice them with my naked eye, and I didn't notice them when I was taking the picture. But playing it back, it was so beautiful because the little fairies just went right around my kitchen. And I started thinking, wait, I knew it was my grandma. I think it was my grandma and my aunt. At first, I thought it was my stepdad, my step grandfather, but I'm pretty sure now the feeling was of my aunt and my grandmother. They both loved me so much. And it was like they were dancing around my kitchen. And I started thinking, well, gosh, maybe I better clean up my kitchen especially well because my grandmother was a very, very clean person. So she was German. Anyway, I loved her so much, and it just made me thrilled that Sarah let me know about that. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sarah. So that was exciting. Well, I'm going to let everybody go now, but I really hope that you keep those words in mind for your own happiness, because I want everyone to feel good. And if you don't feel good, do something to make yourself feel better. When I don't feel good, I will pick one of my cards. Every version of me already exists in the universe. Who do I want to be? I can choose my favorite version of myself. Bye, folks.